events to, events in Australia, Germany, Denmark, America, and I get to travel around a lot and do lots of different models. As you can see here, I've done a lot of what we call mini-land scale, which is a lot bigger than what we have in Legoland. And I do, being a graphic designer, I actually do a lot of instructions as well, and two big castles, which this castle down the bottom here took about 8 months to build. It's got 500,000 bricks in it. So I started probably about 5-6 years ago. I did a blog on a design website, and an agency called Ogilvy Agency contacted me about doing a model of a chainsaw, which you can see up here. And basically, I was commissioned to build a chainsaw. They gave me a real chainsaw and said, "Okay, we need to build this for an ad campaign." They signed it off on the Thursday, and they're doing a photo shoot on Monday. So I had about 4 days to build it, not much sleep. The model you see there was done in about, probably all up, it's probably about 20-30 hours on and off, and there's about 5,500 to 6,000 bricks in it, bricks and plates. And that was all glued together as well, so they could actually do the photo shoot for it. But since then, I've managed to do lots of different models, but I now work at Legoland, and I'm basically the head of the signage department, where I run everything that you see at Legoland. So all the theming, what the park looks like, the directional signs, when we have an event, everything from when there's a new ride that comes out, I'll actually do the theming of what it looks like. So I get to combine Lego with graphic elements as well. So basically, just recently I had to do a burger kitchen, and it was plain building, and so they wanted to spruce it up and make it a bit interesting. So I actually came up with the concept of using what looks like Lego bricks, plates, and created a mosaic of a burger. Now, I don't know if anyone knows, there's lots of different Lego programs that you can use, and I use one called Lego Digital Designer. And so I'm able to actually digitally create models from the 14,500 different type of Lego elements that are around. I know most of them, probably about 12,000 out of the 14,500. So I get to know what's available for how it goes together. So this model, basically, I created these giant burgers, and they were about 3.5 meters by about 2.5 meters high. And they sit on the side of a building there. As you can see, the original was very boring, and then eventually with the burgers on there, makes it very inviting to go and have a burger. So I do jobs like that, and just recently we've got another big burger kitchen, probably the most themed burger kitchen in the world. It has everything, it's all pirate themes, and so they did a lot of this with the flags and on the sides of the walls and everything else, so we got to use all the Lego content, but there was actually no Lego models in it. So I was commissioned to come along and build covers that sit in front of the tills. So where you go up and order your burger, you've got the till where you pay for everything, and it has all the wires. So they wanted to put something in front of it. So what I came up with the idea of actually doing a Lego model that we could actually put the signs into. So my job, I get to actually design the Lego models, actually build them, and actually do the signs to go with it, then it goes into the park. And these ones, as you can see, this is actually Lego Digital Designer. So I'll actually create the whole thing digitally first, which allows me then to know how many bricks are in it, what the content is, and then this idea that gets passed off to the heads of the departments. They agree on it, then I can actually start building a model. I have my own little workbench up in the model shop, where we have thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of Lego bricks that we can use. Every kid's dream, basically, and it's basically endless. So I can just go there, cut myself, and I start building it. Now, what they decided to do though is actually do it over two tills rather than one. So things change as you go. One little trick I'd use is when I have to do them, of course, I had to do 7 of them. Each one takes about 3 to 4 hours to make, because you have to glue each individual bit. So you'll have to put a brick in, drop a glue, brick, drop a glue. So it takes a long time. And when you're doing 7 of them, you can imagine how long that takes. So I have little shortcuts. For example, like the height that had to be at, I'll actually get my bricks as you can see the yellow and blue there. So I've got that beside me all the time, and I just keep building, put it there, and I know once I get to that height, that's it, I don't need to build any higher. So there's all little tricks that we use in the trade as well. The final product was like that. So basically you can see, there's quite a lot of them there. And once again, that was the original one with nothing at the front, and this one here is with the actual models. And these are actually, as I said, all glued and has a steel rod through them because, of course, lots of people want to come up with it. It's Lego, I want to play with it and try and rip it off the counter. So they're all actually bolted to the counter as well. So when I'm designing Lego models for the park, I have to actually work out how it's actually going to be attached. We have to literally drill into them, screw them in, bolt them in, so they can't be moved. So basically, a lot of other models that I get to build, we actually, because we've got the pirate. Has anyone been to LEGOLAND Windsor here? This year it's been pirates, a big pirate thing. And so in the hotel, they decided to have a talking parrot come in for a week. And they did auditions for a parrot to come in, and he talks to the guests, welcomes them as they come in. So to make it a bit more fun, a bit more Lego orientated, I actually got to build a Lego perch. And the PR company department came up to me and go, "Kev, we need to build some type of perch for parrots to sit on." So once again, this was designed, and then I had to design a way that's strong, it's glued, it's got steel cables that go through it as well. But luckily a parrot doesn't weigh that much, although they chose the most heaviest parrot. And luckily I didn't have to clean up after the parrot either. I think the only damage is one of the parrots chewed the end of it, unfortunately. But this, you can see the desk that we have, that we use. So basically we have a desk that goes up and down to whatever height depending on the model. If we're working on a model that's like 2 meters high, we can lower the desk right down. And then behind you can see there's lots of little trays, and they are basically all the types of standard bricks that we use. When we run out, we go out to the back, fill it back up and put it back in the tray again. So that way then you can just spin around and grab the bricks and keep building. Another model I got to do for the hotel was a key, a giant key, which when they stay at the hotel, they're actually going to park slightly earlier. So then now they have a ceremony where the kids can hold the key and open the park. So the marketing department from the hotel came up to me going, "Here's an idea, we want to make a key." So yeah, sure, I'll do that, no problem. So basically, that was a few different designs. Once it was chosen, then again, this is all glued as well. So you can't break it, it'll drop it and everything else. So a lot of these models like this, like the Burger Kitchen as well, because we have different Legolands around the world, they then get rolled out to other ones. So once we do one, then the digital design is then sent to other Legolands and then they can make the exact same copy. We also do other things as well, not just the models but big mosaics. Like the mosaic you're seeing here today, we do for different events. And this was one for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles we did last year. And basically, after the event, it got stored away accidentally outside for the whole winter. And then come summer, they didn't want to use it again. So that was my job to fix it. So we do a lot of those type of things, which is cleaning it, replacing all the bricks. And unfortunately, I didn't actually know what it was supposed to look like. I didn't have the final thing, so I just had to guess it. And it's still in different sections, so I had to literally sit it there and go, yeah, I think that's a red brick, that's a white brick, and just guess it from that. But so we do quite different things, and even events from the Lego movie. Everyone's seen the Lego movie, yes? We actually do a big event in the park, so a lot of my work is with the actual banners, posters, everything to the event, which makes it a lot of fun. We also have lots of fun at the park as well, so it's not just all work. We get to build sets. When new sets come out, this is my assistant, she's going to kill me for putting these images up. But we actually get the retail department and go, "Oh, here's all the new sets come in, we want to put them on display." So yeah, okay, bring them down and we'll actually build them all. So as part of my work, I'll sit there with my assistant and build a whole range. For example, everyone know Mixels? Yeah, we actually got the whole first range dumped on my desk and build them all for a half day's worth of work. So we get to do that. My friends here at the moment from the education department, they run with the big soft bricks. Has anyone seen the big giant soft bricks that Lego make? They have this big bit of them, and sometimes I just as I'm walking through the park, I'll drop in and just grab the bricks and just build stuff. And that was just a couple of little things I built and just left there for other people to play with. So when we get to climb on all the new attractions as well, we've got a new one, Castaway Camp. And of course, it's my job, I have to go in there and check that all the signs are okay and climb on everything, so it's terrible. And we get to play with all the friends that are there as well. A lot of my work that I actually do, this was for Pigeon, Messenger Pigeon for a website, I'll actually do sketches as well. So I'll actually sketch the model, how I want it to look from different angles, how I want the feet to work and things like that. And then I'll actually do a digital model of it. So then I know what parts I can use, and then I'll have the final model. So there's usually about 3 different steps that we can take. So it's not a matter of just guessing something and putting it together. Another thing that I do outside of work is, as I said, I get commissioned to build models all around the world. This was a 17th century hub I did for a client in Cologne in Germany. After actually a Lego event like this, I went with a few friends down to the old town and got talking to the owner, and he found out what I did, and he asked, well, can you build my pub? I said, of course I can. So about 3.5 months later, I actually built this. There's about 40,000 bricks in it, and stands about 1.6 metres high. It's mini land scale, and has a complete interior as well. So that's some of my work that I get to do. In Germany as well, I did ice hockey figures for the #1 ice hockey team in Berlin. And so that was another commission job where they said, well, come and meet the players. I just happened to go to ice hockey games, which coming from Australia, I've never been to before. So I actually got to see how they play, meet the players, see what their uniforms are, and then create. Now these are mini land scale, they're probably about that big, the 1/20th scale, which means you can get a lot more detail in them. So I actually got commissioned to do that, and some puppets as well, and some instructions that go with it. So I get to do quite a few varied things. And this is, of course, the park. This is Miniland, which is my, I love Miniland and everything that goes with it. But what I'll do, I'll pass you over to Jamie. Jamie and Elena are here. They actually do the workshops on Legoland. So I'll get him to just explain what he actually does there as well.
Afternoon, everyone. Hello. Afternoon. Excellent. Everyone, have a good day today? I don't know about you little ones, you enjoying all the Lego? Excellent. So we all love Lego, and as part of my job, like I said, we all get to play with Lego. I think it's a good job. Pretty good job, to be honest. We teach a lot of Lego workshops, so we get to actually teach the kids how to build Lego, relating it to their current learning at school. So they're all curriculum based, so we've got ones ranging from computer design to robot control, also dealing with history, underwater creatures, everything like that. As part of the job as well, we have a building factory where you basically get to build your very own Lego models. I don't know, walking around, did you see the big Ghostbusters emblem and the little minions? They're things that we've built in the park, so that's what we can teach guests to actually get to build. So nothing that we make has special pieces inside of it. It's all standard bricks, which means we can teach them and then they can build it at home. The one thing we can't do in Legoland is take Lego away, but instead they can take ideas away, take away their imagination building, they basically get to build it at home. So that is what we do as our job. It's a relatively fun job to do. We also do building challenges between the cast and crew. So it's like we do, one day we did a who can build the best Winnie the Pooh. The winner is on display here today, so you can see some of her. Him, sorry, Winnie the Pooh's obviously a boy. And then you put like, I can just go to Polly, can you burn your hair balloon? And then that's it. So it's a fun old job, get to teach us how to build Lego and then get to show off what we can build today. So, any questions about that before I hand back over to Kevin? Any quick one?
Has anyone got any questions about Legoland, or they've always wanted to know about different things? No? Yeah? Well, Legoland Windsor is about 18 years old. A lot of the original buildings are still there, and it's a huge job changing them all. As you can imagine, some of these buildings will have about 300,000 to 400,000 pieces in. Very expensive and very time consuming. So gradually at the moment they're going through and literally redoing buildings as well. Each year they'll what they call a cluster. There's the London cluster, there's now the new Paris cluster, and they'll decide either new ones or fix ones there as well. So they'll actually take out the old one and put a brand new one in, all of the elements as well. So it just depends on what's the tide is looking, what needs to be done basically. Any other questions? No? Cool, okay, well thank you very much for coming. And I hope you've really enjoyed yourself today, and I hope to see you at LEGOLAND very soon. Cool, thank you very much.